Hello there, Leo. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your tarot and oracle reading for the month of February 2022. We're going to get into all the messages and energies that will be unfolding throughout your journey of February. I hope you are doing wonderful, Leo. It is always wonderful to welcome you to the channel, so thank you so much for being here. I also mentioned that I am an astrologer as well. If you're interested in getting deeper into the astrological transits and planetary movements of this month, there will be a video link at the end of this one that you can click on to watch that, and you can hear all about it. This reading will mostly be focusing on your cards. We'll start with some oracle and do a full Celtic cross in the tarot. So Leo, if you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information regarding the card decks that I use in my readings, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and information are down below in the description box. And do keep in mind, these are general readings, Leo. They won't resonate with every single one of you out there. So please leave what doesn't make sense and keep what does. Let's go ahead and start. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Leos. Anything they need to know or be aware of for this month of February 2022, please. Thank you so much for all your help. Ooh, Leo, you need some rest. Look at this, the Solitude card. That is your keyword of the month. And when I flip this deck over and look at the bottom, look at this, relaxation. Both of these cards have such a similar vibe to me. Look at that peace, the quiet, sitting on the lake, sitting in your hammock. Both of these cards as well have that big full moon rising in the background. So let me tell you, Leo, this is your month. This is your full moon of the month. We have the full moon in Leo on February 16th. So I think that not only do you need some time, some relaxation, some rest away from people, just to really take care of you and be good to yourself, but I think that full moon is going to be very special, very magical and enlightening for you this month as well. Very, very cool way to start this read. Let's get into a numerology card next for our lions and lionesses. Let's see what number is coming up strong for you. Take it easy. Look at this, Leo. Okay, so the number 14 is coming up, which includes our number 1 and our number 4. To me, the number 1 is the number of new beginnings. The 4 is the number of stability and foundation building, areas of the home. Add them together and you get a 5, which is your number, Leo. The 5 can be very creative. It can also bring up a little bit of drama, sometimes a little bit of friction and challenge. So I think this is really a good reminder to take it really easy this month. You know, don't work yourself too hard. Don't push too much, you know, on any one particular area of life. This is a month that sounds like it's ready for you to just be at peace. Be more in the moment. Be still with yourself. You know, moderation reminds me of the Temperance card in the tarot. Again, you know, very much about balance. So let's get into a crystal and chakra. Let's see which one is being activated or best to be worked with for you this month, Leo. Ooh, I like this. Look at that, the Rutilated Quartz. Rutilated Quartz is a wonderful stone to work with. It usually has like tourmaline or some other, you know, stone that creates that striation throughout it. And it is very good for the root chakra. It's very good for home-based energy. So yet again, we're getting more of that kind of stay close to home, relax, rejuvenate, recover. I also love to use Rutilated Quartz to connect with your ancestors and past on loved ones. It's very good for that kind of communication. So that's something else that you can use it for as well. Let's get into a spiritual guardian or ally. Let's see who is going to be working with you. Which of you wants to help our Leos out the most for this month, please? We've we've got Mother Mary coming up here off the top. So very strong energy from her. To me, she is such a, such a being of, acceptance, grace, going with the flow, very nourishing, very loving, very much unconditional love. And it's interesting that I say unconditional love. On the bottom of the deck, I'm just pulling a few extras for you here, Leo, is Archangel Chamuel, which is also very much about that unconditional love. And interestingly enough, he's the number 5 in the deck, and Leo, you are the number 5 sign. So I just think that's an interesting synchronicity. But he is very much about, that heart healing and self-love as well. And I think that this is something that's coming up for you very strongly. She carries that symbol of the Sacred Heart. And Leo, you do rule the heart, is, the part of the body that Leo rules is the heart. So I feel that this is a time of heart healing, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, accepting yourself, being very unconditional about your loving of yourself, and being good to you, being very good to you this month. So let's go ahead and get into your tarot. I'm going to be using the Angel Tarot and clarifying with the Everyday Tarot today. So we are going to check into you. Spirit, what do you have for Leo in the tarot, please, for our February? Let's see what their journey is like. Ooh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot going on. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Yet again, this is a very, very important month for you to really reflect and take good care of yourself, because there is some friction. I was feeling a little of that. There is the potential for some of this to come up, and some things that need to be smoothed down or healed up, because the Tower card is at the center of your Celtic cross this month. This is Mars ruled energy, so there is a lot of activity. There could be some fire, there could be, just some activity. But the Tower is something that really doesn't happen to you. It happens for you and through you. The Tower comes along in your life when it's time to get rid of some old foundation, something that doesn't work, something that needs to be rearranged or reworked. We are coming out of, 2 retrogrades. Both Venus and Mercury are ending their retrogrades. Venus is January 29th, so that's ending, as we move into February. And on February 3rd, we end our Mercury retrograde. So we have had a lot of reworking to do. And February will still carry a little bit of that energy, because those planets have to go back through the same degree that they were in when they were retrograde to be completely out of what's called the shadow point. And so we will be feeling just a little bit of that vibe still. There will still be some reworking. And I do feel that that's largely what's happening to you. That's a big focus this month, Leo. And the Knight of Wands. So yeah, you're really ready to get this going. You're really ready to move past it. You're a bit restless, actually. This is some Sagittarius energy. And you really do want to just be done with anything from the past that didn't work out or didn't feel right. You're ready to move beyond it, because Knight of Wands keeps it moving. He doesn't sit still. In the immediate past, the High Priestess. So you are coming from a place of reflection, really focusing in on your personal power, because the High Priestess doesn't give everything away. She's very intuitive, very more introspective. And so, she is lunar energy. So I really feel like there is this quietness that has really come over a lot of my Leos. You're being very careful maybe about who you let in. You're being more watchful, maybe a little bit more guarded, a little more discerning about who you share everything with. Ooh, and it is part of you embracing some balance and personal strength, because look at that. We've got the Strength card clarifying the High Priestess, and that is one of your power cards in the tarot, Leo. Really symbolizes your sign. And so to me, this is a card of balance, because it's that symbol of spirit calming down the roaring lion or the ego that we can all, get into very easily being in this human body, right? And so this is a time of really balancing. And if you had been living more, in the, earthly world, and more, just always out there, always doing, always going, always talking, this is really saying it's time to balance. And I think you've started to get a lot more spiritually reflective and inward focused. So that's where you're coming from as we go into this month. Into the immediate future, we have the King of Swords. This is strong Aquarius energy. So I do feel as we, are in Aquarius season, that changes over to Pisces on the 18th. But you really are embracing a more cool, level-headed, logical approach. That's very much what he brings through. The master strategist, a good decision maker, because you do have some decisions to make. He's got that hawk on his arm, and that's a long-ranging vision, seeing into the future here, Leo. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Yes, I really do get the sense that you're being more guarded. You're being more cautious about who you let in, what you reveal to others. Look at that, holding that pentacle over the heart chakra, right? We talked about how you're ruled by the heart, Leo. You're being more careful with both maybe your finances and with your emotional heart. Trying to make good choices as you go forward, being emotionally and mentally discerning, which is not a bad thing, right? Especially if you've been through some hard times, it's time for some recovery, time to really, get a good feeling about how comfortable you feel opening yourself up. So on the bottom, subconscious position, what you're really focused on deep inside is the Two of Swords. There is those decisions that can be some procrastination sometimes, but I don't think that you're going to sit in that for too long because of that King of Swords in the future position. That is very much about decision making and making good plans, but I do think that's very much on your mind, that you have some big choices to make. This is Libra energy on the Two of Swords, so I feel any choices that you make will bring you back into balance. You're going to feel a lot better after you make those choices. Yes, Page of Swords. So you have a lot going on in your mind, a lot going on in the mental body right now. This is Gemini energy, Libra energy. Both are air signs, and so there is a lot of thoughts. There are a lot of things that are just running through your mind. You might be taking in a lot of information as well. There may be a lot of new ideas coming your way because this is fresh, new, youthful energy coming in. I would also say, Leo, be very careful about gossip or hearsay. If you've got friends that are arguing or having issues, don't just believe everything everyone says to you. They may be getting it wrong. Be very careful about what you believe. Listen mostly to yourself, even if you consider everybody else's opinion or position. On the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit, is our Hermit card, guys. This is Virgo energy, and it is all about healing, health, well-being, and searching for your ultimate truth. What is good for you? What is true for you? And it is about, guess what? Reflection, solitude, taking good care of yourself. Right back to where we were when we started with those two cards. This is definitely a month of, quality time to yourself. Make sure you get it, Leo. Even if you're super busy and have just a lot going on, you do need a bit of a retreat. You do need time to just recover from something. Yeah, you've had a lot on you. This has been very tough. This is the end of a burdensome cycle here with this Ten of Wands. I feel like, for some of you, you might even feel like you're kind of at your breaking point and you have got to rest. You have got to take a little time out for yourself, because if you don't, this could really, push you over the edge. That's just, what Spirit is seeing. But, with that Ten of Wands, I feel like if you give yourself time to relax, refocus, refresh, you're going to come out so much better. You're going to feel renewed, because the Ten of Wands is the end of that burdensome cycle, not the beginning of one. Let's get into some advice and suggestions for you, Leo. What is the best approach for this month here? Yeah, this is definitely a month. It's time to reflect, it's time to renew, and it's certainly time to bring things back into balance. The suggested approach is the Judgment card here, Leo. And Judgment is, to me, the higher vibration of our Death card, because they're both Scorpio energy, right? The Death card is the pure Scorpio rulership, and the Judgment card is the Pluto rulership. So we do have that same kind of, transformative energy. Yeah, the angel of the past. So this to me is things coming full circle, but it's really kind of that rebirth, the phoenix from the ashes. It's very much time to release something old from the past here, Leo. You have that, you know, coming in with that Tower card. There's something that's going out. But there's like a whole new life coming into being as this month unfolds. And I think a lot of it too, Leo, a lot of what's changing is you not feeling quite so lonely or isolated anymore. We have this Five of Pentacles clarifying, and that many times points to you feeling cut off from source, maybe left out in the cold by someone you care about. It's mostly in your mind with that card. It mostly is. You may not really be as left out as you might imagine yourself to be, so it is important to remember that at any time you can go around the side of this building. You don't have to stay out in the cold. Check an open door, knock on the door, right? You can get in. You don't have to stay out there separated and feeling alone and cold. Here in the what you need to know position is the King of Pentacles. So we've got two kings coming in to your reading, the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Both of them are very logical, more practically based. This guy is Taurus energy, so it is about stability, balance. What you need to know is that I think this is a thing that's being restored to you. You know, the King of Pentacles reminds us that it's not just enough to work hard or, you know, take care of our responsibilities, but we've also got to take time to just relax and enjoy life, enjoy the results of what we've been working for. And here you go. Here's the Emperor on top of that. Both very strong masculine energies. This is Aries energy with the Emperor. So this is leadership. This is, you know, really taking the initiative to move something forward. And I think that it's up to you very much to say, look, I know I'm a hard worker. I know I can get a lot done, but I need a break. I need time to just enjoy my life for a minute. You know, you need some downtime here. Hopes and fears is the Eight of Cups. So there may be a fear of, you know, losing something, something, you know, coming or going in or out of your life. I think there may be that feeling because you do have that Tower going on, which many times can change something or take something toxic out of your life or situation. So I wouldn't get too deep into that fear there, Leo, but it is something that's really got you in your head. Look at that Eight of Swords. And I also feel that with this, you may really be struggling with your self-confidence, your feelings of self-worth. You know, if something big has changed in your life, it may have really been hard on your sense of confidence, on your sense of, you know, positivity or, you know, that upbeat feeling that you usually carry. So it's important, yes, to take some time to reaffirm yourself, to cut yourself loose out of those, you know, negative thought cycles or habits or patterns. Going into the outcome, look at this. We have our Justice card, Libra energy, balance, harmony, wrongs being righted, you know, peace being restored, the Angel of Integrity. Important to act with integrity this month, Leo. And I would say that ultimately, this is a month that is here to balance your life. It's very, very nice. Let's get a clarifier on Justice, please. Two of Swords, yes, look at that. We're coming right back to our Two of Swords. We're getting that card twice in your reading. Again, both of these carry that Libra energy, so it's important to make these decisions, Leo. Whatever it is that you've got to make choices about, very important that you do so, because I feel like that is really what's going to bring things back into balance for you. Don't overthink it. Don't over worry it. We've got the Fool card, which is absolutely about taking that leap of faith, following and trusting in the divine. And we do have our Three of Swords here on the bottom as well. To me, this could have to do with a relationship or a heartbreak. It could be something that, you know, you need to leave behind, or someone toxic you need to leave behind, and you know you need to do it, but it's really, really hard for you to make that choice. And that's not going to be for all of you because these are general, but that is something that could be very much part of the message for some of my Leos out there. Let's get an affirmation for you guys on this. Yes, pay attention, Leo. Card of awareness is coming through for you. So pay attention to the subtleties. Yes, use your intuition. Look with new eyes. There are signs and omens everywhere. Yeah. Pay attention to the signs, pay attention to, you know, what's going on, whether it's more subtle, whether it's more obvious, because that's going to help inform your decisions, because you've definitely got them to make this month. Definitely take time for yourself. That is what's coming through the biggest on this reading, Leo. I hope you have an amazing February, beautiful full moon, and I'll be seeing you again soon. Take care.